Hi and welcome to my channel. So as you know, the UK is currently recruiting teachers and they are providing visa sponsorship for overseas candidates. If you're also in the UK, there are many pathways for you to get into teaching right now and also have visa sponsorship if that's something that you need. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you 5 different ways that you can become a teacher in the UK. And look, the best thing is, whether you're out of the UK or you're in the UK, you can apply for these pathways. And also, whether you're already a qualified teacher or not, there's going to be a pathway here that is perfect for your personal circumstances. So you want to make sure that you watch the full video to find out all 5 pathways so that you can choose which one is best for your personal circumstances. And let me tell you, I like the second pathway because it pays a lot of money. But I like the fourth pathway because it's really smart. So the smartest people are going to go for the fourth pathway. But obviously, again, like I've said, it depends on your personal circumstances. So if you're new to my channel, you're very much welcome here. If you're a returning subscriber, I absolutely appreciate your time. And I hope that you are implementing all of what I'm talking about. I've done previous videos on how to become a teacher in the UK. And so you need to leave a comment and say, Melvis, I will implement this. Because look, I'm all about implementation and I'm actually calling this year 2023 as the year for implementation. So if you're watching any of my videos, you need to be really smart and implementing rather than just watch and then be like, oh yeah, just another YouTube video. No. So before I even get started, I do have a free newsletter where I send info directly to your inbox. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you want to hit that subscribe button now so that when I drop a new video on here every single day, you are the first person to be notified. Also, I share videos on here about visa sponsorship opportunities, free visa sponsorship opportunities to move to the UK or to switch from within the UK if you're already here, as well as career progression pathways, because career progression is what I'm really passionate about. Considering that I moved to the UK myself as a carer working in a nursing home, I then studied nursing in this beautiful country as an international student, and I now work as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position. I work for the NHS, which is something that I'm really proud of, and it is something that, look, career progression, it makes coming to this country really worthwhile, enjoyable, and like I said, worth your time. So if you check the comment section below, I've dropped a link to my free newsletter. Once you join, I send information directly to your inbox about all the things I've spoken about, as well as work from home opportunities and side hustle ideas that you can start to earn more money so you can retire early and be able to actually enjoy life. So I'm looking forward to interacting with you during that newsletter as well, because you can find my contact on there if you want to contact me privately. Otherwise, as I'm talking, please leave any comments in the comment section below and I'll come back to them and make sure that I respond to those comments. So let's get started. What is the first pathway? So obviously, if you want to work in the UK as a teacher, it's going to be determined by, are you already a qualified teacher or are you not? And look, when I talk about a qualified teacher, I don't mean somebody who's been teaching for 20 years without any teaching qualifications. If you are teaching for, I don't know, 50 years and you haven't got the legal qualifications that determine and certify you as a qualified teacher, you are an unqualified teacher. I'm sorry. When we talk about qualified teacher, we mean that the country where you are teaching actually recognizes you as a qualified teacher. Because I have people contact me saying, Melvis, I'm a qualified teacher. And I'm like, what are your qualifications? They're like, no, I haven't actually got any qualifications, but I've been teaching for 30 years. And I'm like, well, you're not a qualified teacher then. So you need to really be able to distinguish the two to choose the best pathway. So with this pathway, number one, is for somebody who is already a qualified teacher. And let me tell you one secret. You don't need qualified teacher status to teach in the UK. So with this first pathway, if you are a qualified teacher from your home country and you've got that evidence, you can simply use what you have to apply directly to UK schools. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're overseas. Yes, you can get visa sponsorship for that. So again, by the way, I have a private coaching program where I support with getting all these jobs in the UK, career progression, visa sponsorship opportunities. If you check the about section of this YouTube channel or the description box below, you're going to see a link to join my private coaching program. I'll go through, have that one-to-one session with you. What are your personal circumstances? What's the best pathway for you to use to get visa sponsorship in the UK? But most importantly, nurses, carers, students, student nurses, prospective student nurses, you're looking for those clinical, non-clinical healthcare jobs, you're looking for any free visa sponsorship opportunity, that program is 100% for you. Once you join, Then we go through all of that: interview preparation, CV reviews, who is recruiting, how do you apply, where do you apply, every single thing that is needed. So like I was saying, with this first pathway, you're a qualified teacher, you just apply straight away. And look, you may be sat there thinking, Melvis, I need qualified teacher status to apply. No, you don't. So in the UK, the law actually says that if you're teaching in a government school, which is schools that are funded by the local authority, you can teach without qualified teacher status for up to 4 years. After 4 years, if you're teaching in a government school, you would have to leave if you haven't gained qualified teacher status. But the truth about the matter is that these schools, because they're funded by the government, they've got a lot of money and they're able to support you with career progression, which means that the first 4 years that you're working with them, they'll be able to support you to get your qualified teacher status. And then, but if you choose to work, say, in an academy or in a private school, you can teach there forever without QTS. But obviously, you need your certification. You need documents to certify that you're a qualified teacher, because obviously they'll pay you a bit more. So that's what you need to know, by the way. So it's not that, because QTS can be very expensive, it takes a very long time. Look, if you're sat out of the UK, you're hoping that your QTS is going to get ready before you start applying, you're going to miss out on lots of opportunities. You need to start applying immediately, because there are many schools that would recruit without QTS. QTS increases the chances of getting a job, but it does not guarantee a job. So why do you have to wait until you get QTS? Well, I don't know. But that's the first pathway. The second pathway is for a qualified teacher that has got their QTS. So QTS is recognizing you that you're a qualified teacher in the UK. Obviously, like I've said, it increases your chances of success, and you're going to be paid a lot more money because you have that full recognition that you're a UK teacher. So like I've said, you can expect to earn more than, say, the first pathway. So this is pathway number 2. Somebody who is patient enough, you apply for your QTS, you sit there and wait, it comes out, and then you apply for jobs. But let me tell you something. There are only specific countries that are eligible to apply for QTS in the UK. What this means is that if you're not from any of these countries, you will not be eligible to apply for QTS. So if you want to know whether your country is among, leave a comment in the comment section below. Which country are you from? And I'll be able to tell you whether you are eligible for QTS in the UK or you are not, because there's only a handful of countries that are actually eligible. And again, recently, I know many people that they message me saying, I've applied for QTS, I'm waiting, it's been several months, I've spent thousands of pounds, and look, the country that they're from is not even eligible. So don't waste your money. Make sure you're getting tailored advice. Make sure that you're getting advice from the right sources, from people who are industry experts, and going to the government website to get legit information so that you are well informed, because you don't want to be spending money on things that you don't need. So that's the second pathway. So pathway, but if you're enjoying this content, I want you to hit that like button. Also share this with your friends, colleagues, loved ones, so that they can benefit from this information, because these 5 pathways, look, they're absolutely mind-blowing, and there is something for everybody, which means if you've ever considered teaching in the UK, 100% you're going to find one of these pathways that is ideal for you. Now let's move to pathway number 3. So pathway number 3 is somebody who has never been into teaching. They've got no teaching experience whatsoever, and they just want to apply and teach in the UK. So that is unqualified teacher. So you can apply as an unqualified teacher or a teaching assistant. When you're looking for these jobs, you need to put teaching assistant jobs in the UK. And yes, you can also get visa sponsorship for these opportunities. Obviously, these opportunities pay lower, so they pay less than the previous 2 pathways, but they also offer visa sponsorship, and you don't need any prior experience whatsoever to apply for this 3rd pathway. So you simply look for vacancies online. Make sure that your CV is spot on, person specification is absolutely top notch, and that when it comes to the interview, you know exactly what is needed. And I've done lots of videos on this channel about, interviews for teachers, what is needed. Again, if you're struggling, leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll be able to provide more info. But if you need that tailored, individualized, and personalized guidance, then consider joining my private coaching program. Also, if you haven't joined my newsletter, it's completely free. Check the comment section below. Once you join, obviously I send you information directly to your inbox, all of those updates. If you need any personal questions answered, again, you can use that newsletter to ask those questions, or use the comment section below, and I'll be able to join you there and talk about what it is that you want us to talk about, basically. So those are the first three pathways. Now, pathway number four. And look, I absolutely love pathway number four. And for me, it is the best pathway that I would ideally recommend for somebody who is not a qualified teacher. Because if you're already a qualified teacher, well, let me say it's up to you to see what you want to do. So, with pathway number four, the UK government recently announced that they will be giving visa sponsorship to overseas candidates to train to become teachers in the UK. Obviously, if you're already in the UK, you're also eligible for this pathway. Whether you need visa sponsorship or not, you can apply to particular organizations that are licensed, to recruit trainee teachers, and they'll recruit you as a trainee teacher. They'll pay your tuition fees. They'll pay you every single month, full-time pay, by the way, so that you can train as a teacher. This pathway is the smartest pathway. It is the best of all the five pathways for somebody who is coming into teaching brand new, no prior experience whatsoever. So with this pathway, you're going to be paid to become a teacher in the UK. And look, just a few days ago, I did a whole video about this. So if you want to know what it entails, you can check out that video, or you leave a comment in the comment section. If you want me to do another video detailing more information about this, again, I'm more than happy to do that. If there's anything that is missed out, or you think, Melvis, what about this? So please leave your comments in the comment section. But with this pathway, like I've said, you will be paid full-time, a full salary, in order for you to study to become a teacher. And even if you're overseas, you can apply directly from overseas and you will get visa sponsorship with this particular pathway. So again, it is mind-blowing because the UK is so desperate for teachers. They are so short-staffed. There's been strikes going on, and that is why the government has implemented this, which is such a huge opportunity for the right candidate. So again, please do consider this pathway if you're somebody who is keen on getting into teaching, because you're going to be paid and your tuition fees are going to be paid by the institution. So that's pathway number four. And I was like, that's the smartest pathway. Now, pathway number five is also for somebody who is not a teacher. So you've got no experience in teaching, but you want to get into teaching. So you can go to university, apply, and train as a teacher. So this is very similar to pathway number four, but the difference is that with this pathway number five, you are going to be paying for the pleasure of training, which means that if it costs, I don't know, £16,000 per year to become a teacher, you will be paying your tuition fees. But the interesting thing is, if you're overseas, you can also apply for this, but you will be considered as an international student. If you're in the UK, or you're a student, for example, you need visa sponsorship, you're a dependent, you can also apply for this pathway, but you're also going to pay your tuition fees. So it is very similar to pathway number four. You'll be doing the same course with the same people, but those people will be paying zero fees while you are going to be paying the full tuition fees, and you will be paid zero. So again, you want to be very smart when you're applying for these positions. And that's why I share these videos, I share this information so that you are aware of the differences, because these differences have huge implications. In fact, I was talking to a colleague the other day who is now teaching in the UK. In fact, she's doing her training in the UK to become a teacher. And I don't even have words to say this, because I was mortified when she told me everything that she's going through, how much money she's borrowed from home, the debts that she's taken to move to the UK as a teacher to train. And so when she saw my video on YouTube talking about, how you can become a teacher to be paid and you have no tuition fees, she was like, oh my God, Melvis, can you imagine how much I'm paying? And, I was like, look, you're already here. You can just be happy that you're doing the course and just take it seriously. But it is what it is. So if you're watching this video today, it is for a reason. Please, you want to make sure that you consider this pathway, because it is amazing. And with this pathway, you're going to get qualified teacher status. So whether you pay for yourself to study the course or someone pays for you, you're going to come out with qualified teacher status. But it is better if you apply for the apprenticeship. And I do support with applying for these apprenticeships, whether it's for nursing, midwifery, whatever courses, or go through the requirements. So again, if you haven't checked out my private coaching program, You 100% want to check that out, and make sure that you're reaching out for support, for guidance, so that you are not missing out on opportunities, spending thousands of pounds that you don't need to. So check out the other videos that I've done on this channel, and if you haven't subscribed, look, I don't know what you're still waiting for. Just hit that subscribe button now so that you're the first to be notified when I drop a new video on here. And most importantly, do share this with your colleagues, loved ones, so that they can benefit from it and watch this other video now.